Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Claire.
I'm back.
I just had to fight myself so hard because I went in autopilot and I almost wrote "and Jimmy" because I just was on autopilot.
I would have gone with it. I do try to, just
Embody the
really
Jim.
embody him when I'm in his chair.
Yeah.
Though I don't think he sits like
It's kind of all over the place. That man sits weird sometimes.
He's a weird sitter.
Yeah, you know how like Gollum in like Lord of the Rings kind of like crouch things or whatever? He used to sit in his like chair in college, like his desk chair, and just play like Diablo 2 like that.
Was it one of those chairs that has like you can lean back on it?
No, it was just like my office desk chair,
Oh.
like a regular
chair.
desk chair. Like that, like, it swivels, but like there's no like lean back or anything.
We had these like wooden ones and you could like lean back on them.
Yeah. I had this like just a weird college memory of I was like going to class and Jimmy was like playing Diablo, like all Gollumed up, like hanging out. And then I was gone for like 2.5 hours. And then I came back into the room and he's just like, I have to pee so bad.
And he still was in the same position.
Oh, he hadn't moved an inch.
I'm impressed by that.
And I was like, I would have just peed. I would have just paused.
Can't you pause it?
Yeah, I definitely could have paused it.
It's not like a live
But
action.
he was getting loot.
Hopefully you got a lot of diamonds.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Some gemmers or whatever you get in Diablo.
Diablo just makes me think you're like killing devils or something.
You kill the devil Diablo.
Okay. So I was right.
At some point you do kill Diablo.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah. It's a church game.
So now I'm imagining Jimmy crouched up like Gollum.
Yep.
Beating the devil. It's
Yeah.
great.
And also at this point he had it might have been when he had long hair and it was dyed black because he did it for like a bet.
That's a look. I can't picture it.
No, it was gross.
Did he have a beard?
Yeah, I mean currently now I can't think of Jimmy without a beard, you know?
Yeah.
Like doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Different person.
Yeah, that man. No beard. Jimmy's like a dead person that hasn't been around for
I
decades.
feel like that's the perfect way to like scare his child.
Yeah,
is to
that's what
have
I was
him
thinking,
shave
too.
it off.
It'd be horrifying.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, his child's never seen him without a beard.
Nope. I feel like if I was a dude, I'd be like wanting to be flexible with that. So I'd be like, sometimes a beard, sometimes not.
Yeah, you can. Some people with beards have them. I'm not saying this is Jimmy, by the way. I think he looks fine without a beard. But there's some people with beards that are like, they're like tactical because they have like 0 to negative chins kind of thing. And it's just like.
You can totally change the face shape.
Oh, yeah, you're a different person with a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had that life, but maybe someday.
Yeah, you could. We had a friend in post-college and he like couldn't really grow facial hair, so he totally like patted Rogaine on like his face.
Oh yeah, definitely
like,
works.
just to see if it would work. And it I mean, he grew a gross beard, you know. But I think he was like, nah, I can't do this anymore.
Also, like the smell of that.
Well, gross beard. I mean,
the
washed
Rogaine. Like I'm just imagining like you put the Rogaine under your nose every day. Like, well,
he's just high off Rogaine scents. Just oh yeah. He's like addicted to like, it's like huffing, but Rogaine.
it kind of makes me think that like it would be an interesting experiment to like just find a couple spots and just like Rogaine that same spot for a while and then just have like a hairy patch.
Right.
Not attractive, but like now I want to try it.
Before we get into it, number one, fuck you, Apple, because you're really pissing me off.
Wow.
Oh, I just have like I'm checking the email because I need to read an email that we got. But my emails, my personal emails are up on here on my thing, whatever. But Apple keeps saying like, we can't charge your card for this like 99 cents that I pay for like whatever. And I'm like, for my Apple Pay? But I use my Apple Pay all the time.
But
it's the same exact card. So it's like for whatever reason, Apple can't
charge that card.
Can't charge that card just
that
for
time.
this 99-cent monthly subscription. And they've been telling me for like 3 months they can't do it.
You know what? Fuck Apple.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's some messed up shit.
Yeah, so whatever. But what I wanted to get to was a little email entitled Unsolicited Feedback from Jimmy's Aunt.
All right. Let's see what Nancy has to say.
Nancy wrote in, just like you can at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter.
Is that A-N-D, like F-A-N-D? Oh, okay, good.
F-A-N-D-L Podcast. She wrote, I love, in capital letters, how y'all drop the F-bomb so freely. Fuck yeah, Nancy.
I do feel like I was trying to, like, cajole myself into not cursing last time.
I mark the explicit button when we post podcasts. I'm not trying to trick any children into thinking that we're not swearing.
That's what the F stands for in FNL.
Oh.
Fuck and last.
Fuck and last.
That's weird. I don't even think I want to know what that podcast might be about.
I think you know what it's about.
So that was our most recent email from a listener, Nancy. Keep it going.
I did find out if I comment on us on Spotify, it would show my name.
Oh yeah, last week you were talking about.
Yeah,
you tempted it to see.
I looked it up. I was just checking it out, and I definitely tried to comment on it something else first.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, it sure does. Sure does.
Did you delete the comment then?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that we get our thing tells us when we get comments. So I didn't see it, but we did get a comment from somebody else. Someone's trying to figure out where to watch. Whoever you are, and you're trying to figure out where to watch Young Sheldon season 8.
Oh, rough times.
Just Google Young Sheldon season 8 streaming. You'll figure it out. I promise.
So okay, you say that, and I have been like this person, and it's rough times. I was trying to watch this show this week, Tabitha Takes Over. I think it's Tabitha's Salon. Dude, it was really rough, and I got weird pieces of it on the YouTubes, and I still don't know if I can find season 4. If you find it right now, he pulled out his phone.
Oh, I was
okay, because I thought you were about to be like, well, here's where you.
Well, I mean, and you know what's the name of the show?
No, don't look it up right now. But all I'm saying is, I just but that would be a great name for it. But I can't. I have to save this because we might pod it someday.
I mean, I'm not going to be like, okay, now we're going to watch Tabitha's Tales or whatever.
Oh, if we watch Tabitha's Salon Takeover, I would love it. Love that. She goes back, so it's a reality show, and she basically, in this moment of her life, she was real. So this is what I've been watching. This is perfect segue. She was real black and white. You do that wrong, and then I'm going to tell you do that wrong. Very much so. And the reason I know this is I watched her interview with, who is Jason? He's a local Minneapolis TV host of a local show. Have you ever heard of Jason?
Just no. Well, I mean, I've heard of Jason Bourne, Jason Voorhees.
No. This is a afternoon.
I've never heard of a local guy
show.
in Minneapolis.
I
named
immediately
Jason doing
was watching one of the episodes of her earlier time, and I was like, "Is that Jason?" And it was. And then about I think it was 7 months ago or something, on YouTube, he interviewed her for his show, which I didn't know was still going on.
Is Tabitha a Minnesota local?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's from Australia, and she's quite snappy. But she was bringing up how she at the time, she's not upset about any of her time on the show. However, if they brought her back, she'd want to be like she is now, and that's not what the producers want. The producers want her to come in and be real mean. And she's like, I'm not like that anymore. She also...
Yeah, they want an entertaining show.
I didn't go deep into this, but she's really into spiritualism and ghosts. She's been on every single TV show where it's a celebrity gets read by a medium. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched any of those.
I'd watch a TV show about a real mean stylist that talks about ghosts and spirits.
Well, maybe that should be the next Tabitha show.
I mean, if that's what she does, I'd watch it. The next Tabitha show. Well, today's Tabitha show. No, Joe, but before we do that, what is this podcast about, for anyone wondering?
It's a TV pod where we take a TV show per week and watch the first and last episode. And in a format that we use, we try to make predictions after watching the first episode for what we think may happen in the last episode. Then we watch that episode and see how we did in our predictions.
Yeah.
And as you may notice, we watch none of the episodes in between.
But today we're going to watch the fuck episode and the last episode.
Yeah. Changing it up this week.
I feel like I could go through some shows and be like, this is the fuck episode.
Oh, yeah. There is that show, that episode for some shows as well. Okay, so here's the deal. Jimmy did text us because he's obviously out saving whales again today. I will be, not saving whales for the next 2 weeks, but I will be gone for 2 weeks.
You'll be
after
riding
this.
the dolphins.
Be riding some dolphins. I mean, maybe I'll see some dolphins actually. Going to America's Penis for a week.
Nobody calls it that.
Everybody calls Florida that.
Really?
What do you think it is?
The Panhandle?
That's Oklahoma.
Is it?
Oklahoma's got the Panhandle, right?
No, you're wrong.
Really?
Yeah,
What do they? Don't they have the thing? They have the handle.
I bet.
they've like
Is that also a Panhandle?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
I
Google
am
this.
going.
Yeah.
I am going to the taint portion of the penis, really. So
Mhm.
I suppose. But anyway, so Mr. Rogers won April
Yeah.
Madness, correct?
So Claire's a winner.
Claire's the winner of. Well, I mean, your show won.
Mhm.
Yeah, which makes me the winner. So I'm just going to live with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I didn't win, that's for sure.
Mm.
You did by points or something, though.
Yeah, I have no idea how any of that works. So
Yeah.
when Jimmy gets back next week, and
And we're all going to get T-shirts. It's going to be great.
Blue Bloods t-shirts still there.
No.
We already ordered them.
We already ordered
Too
the
late.
Blue Bloods. We just
We
Dude,
figured
they were
thought it was gonna win.
$24 a piece. No.
we just assumed it was gonna win. Maybe we'll get a discount order for $24 Blue Blood shirts. But so here's the deal. I was looking at. I was like, should we do Mr. Rogers today because it won? And I was looking, and it was on for like, I don't know, 30 years.
Mhm.
And it was really hard to figure out in my limited research to find the actual first episode streaming and the last one.
Mhm.
So I decided that you have to fucking deal with that while I'm gone for 2 weeks.
That
Okay.
sounds great. We will. And also, like, we should have a dad here if we're going to be watching
Yeah.
a dad show.
And I am not a dad.
Not a dad.
Dear God, please don't make me a dad.
Okay.
But while we were doing April Madness, I thought of a show during the during the draft, and I was like, holy shit, we've never done that show. We should do the show.
Mhm.
So the show we're going to do today is Charles in Charge.
Mm.
Oh, what's his name's in that?
Scott Baio,
No.
Willie Ames,
I don't think I know this show. Charles and
because like Scott Baio is the main guy in the
Really?
show.
Okay.
Yeah. Charles.
He's Charles,
Okay, well,
titular character.
I don't. This is like from the 80s.
Yeah, so it originally appeared. It was released on CBS in 1984, and it went to 1990. But it did a little weird thing. It was because it went from 1994 to 85, and it originally was like picked up for like 22 episodes for its first season.
Mhm.
And I was reading that they were like, well, the network was like, we'll get you the whole season or whatever. But they like canceled it when it had 2 episodes left.
So we are not going to see what the writers might think of as the end. It's like a cut off.
I mean, it's an 80s sitcom, so there's really probably going to be no end. But
Yeah.
we'll get there when we get there. So what happened was it ran for like 20 episodes, and it basically got canceled because none of CBS's sitcoms were doing well. Then in 1987, I believe, it came back into syndication for 4 more seasons because it went 5 total seasons. And so then it went from 1987 to 1990.
And where was that at?
I don't know where it was. It didn't have because broadcast syndication says it's an official show doesn't have an official broadcast network.
Interesting.
So I
you
couldn't
had to,
really
you had to,
tell where it came back.
You had to try hard to find the show.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, it had a season in CBS. It got canceled after it had 2 episodes left, so they didn't even finish it.
And we're not even going to watch that one. So
No,
I
we
was
are.
wrong.
We're gonna watch the
But
first
not
episode.
the last of that
Yeah,
season.
we're gonna watch. Yeah, well, because that's not the finale.
No.
We will watch the 1990 end season. So 5 seasons, 126 episodes, starring Scott Baio. A lot of people from Happy Days in this show.
I don't know the show at all. I'm excited to learn.
Clearly Scott Baio. I believe Eleanor Travolta, was that her name? She was in Ellen Travolta. Sorry, Ellen. She's probably dead.
Wow.
I don't know. She might be fine. Willie Ames, I believe, was also in maybe some Happy Days. I'm not 100% sure. And a couple other people. So do you know, Claire, you don't know anything about the show at all?
I completely thought this was a different show. So,
What show did you think it was?
give me a minute. I'll think about it. But not this. But Charles is going to be in charge.
Joe, what's your knowledge of Charles being in charge?
I don't know this show at all, but I know the theme song.
Ooh, how does it go?
It's like, I want Charles in charge of my life. Charles in charge.
Okay, don't know that at all. Not right.
Literally how it goes.
It's near that. Pretty close to that.
I thought that was a really good remake. Can't wait.
You don't even know what the song is.
No.
How could you tell it's a good
Because,
remake?
I mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah, so essentially, I don't know what the first episode entails, but the premise is Scott Baio's character, Charles. I believe he doesn't even have a surname. I think he is just Charles. He is a college student in a made-up university. For what the university's name is, people think that it is supposed to be like analogous to Rutgers. And he is looking for a job and places to live and whatnot. So he becomes a live-in like housekeeper for this affluent couple and like takes care of their kids. And
So
like,
he's
the
like the
house.
babysitter?
He's basically like an au pair.
Okay, so he's in charge of
The kids and the family.
okay, the whole not the whole family.
Well, I mean, he's probably not in charge of mom and dad, but like, you know, because like they're his boss, I would assume.
I think that sounds great.
I don't know. He might be in charge
I think
of the whole family.
that would be a little bit like I'm worried about that, but like I feel like Scott Baio, the way that I remember him looking is that he's always just like doing something sneaky. Like he'd just be kind of like that. Like he's the kind of babysitter that's going to let you chew the gum. Not like, oh, your mom said no gum.
Oh, kids don't want you gum.
I don't know.
I was just trying to think of a thing.
So, like, did you watch this show in like syndication or something?
Yeah, I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like, especially if it was it went live. It was through the 90s. I bet it was just like on reruns and shit, late at night, like in the early 90s. So, yeah, I saw stuff here and there for it. I feel like I
don't know
remember
how I
it.
missed it.
I feel like I also remember it being on like randomly in the middle of the day. You know, being like 6-year-old and I'm at like daycare or something like that, and like Charles in Charge is on at like 2 p.m.
And you're like, I too would like to have Charles in charge.
Instead of this old lady.
Why can't you be like Charles?
Be like Charles.
I'm excited to see if Charles is cool or not. I'm hoping he is.
I mean, Scott Baio in general, back then at least, was like a cool dude, right?
I don't know. I guess so. If they kept putting him in shows,
He's in
right? Because
Happy
he's in Happy
Days.
Days, and he was in this, and then he was Joni Loves Chachi before this.
Yep.
So they clearly like thought that there was something here with this dude,
Yep.
and he could anchor a TV show.
Yeah. So they gave it a shot. Well, the first episode is just called Pilot. We wouldn't expect anything else from 1984, I suppose, but let's yeah, I know, right? Come on. I mean, have some faith in your show. Name it. We're gonna take a peek at the first episode of Charles in Charge, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Charles in Charge. It was just called Pilot. The write-up on Amazon Prime is Charles attempts to impress the campus beauty. Charles' attempt to impress the campus beauty goes awry.
Yeah.
And, I mean, technically it goes fine.
Whoever or what AI wrote these captions was just really going for short as possible. Like,
At least,
no details, no nothing, no side plots.
I mean, I don't really want to read what the episode's about before I watch it, so I'm fine with a short description. You know?
Yeah, especially if you're like, wait, what was this one? Oh yeah, the one where he like goes on a date and it goes awry.
I love that
I feel
one.
like that's going to be every episode of the show. Like,
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
what I
just
meant.
dates people and then
Yeah.
the kids are around, and that's the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then the kids date people, and then he's around, and
And he acts like
that weird kid wears masks.
he was maybe my favorite, but we should talk about that.
I guess right away, what were your thoughts just on the show?
I thought it was cute until I read about Scott Baio allegations.
Well, Scott Baio's real life has nothing to do with Charles in Charge. So
I mean, if he met somebody on the set of Charles in Charge and then assaulted them, it just taints the whole show.
Okay, so what do you got? What happened?
I mean, I didn't go into detail. It's just there was a person who was on an episode of Charles in Charge that met him at 14, and through age 17, there was inappropriate relationships going on, and he was much older. And then it just sounds like that's not great.
No, that is not great. So how did you feel about the Charles in Charge episode 1?
I like the kid in the mask. I thought it was cute.
Douglas, I believe, was the kid in the mask's name.
Yeah, he's like the nerdy kid because there's the 3 kids, the 8th grader girl, the nerdy boy, and then the young boy.
You don't know any of their names?
Oh, I wrote them down because you said them out loud. Yeah, you say them.
Douglas was the older boy. Jason was the littler boy, and Lila was the girl. Those are all the kids. So Charles is a like stay-at-home or like live-in like nanny basically for these kids, for these 2 well off. They're clearly well off. That house is huge.
Back when journalists got paid money.
Yeah, I didn't catch the dad's name, but the mom's name was Jill.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh, I just caught with her job.
And she was like a reporter or something.
Yeah.
Right? And so the whole plot of this is Charles came in with Goon Machine, aka his friend Buddy. Everyone just called him Goon Machine. But they came in and they were talking about how Charles is going to go on a date with Gwendolyn Pierce. Also, the 2 like people that came in, Gwendolyn and the younger boy that came in to visit the daughter, they all had like X-Men names. Like her name was Gwendolyn Pierce, and then a boy came to visit the younger daughter and his name was Alexander Morgan.
Okay.
I was just like, damn, we got some strong names.
I like how they all have like full names, but Charles is just Charles.
And so Charles is going to go on a date with Gwendolyn, but the mom comes down and she's like, oh, the story's breaking about the big game or something.
It was a play.
Was it play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The big play. So I got to go cover this tonight, so you have to stay home with the kids. Is that okay? And he was like, I got a date. And then she's like, bring her here, which is, I mean, that's pretty nice of her.
I think that's really nice of her.
And he's only been working, we found out she's only been working there for 3 months. So he's pretty new.
But he's there while he's in college. So it's sort of just like, he gets to live in the house, which seems great. It looks like they give him food.
I did read that, at least in Wikipedia first said, I was wondering if they were going to say it in this episode, but they never did. According to Wikipedia, he gets free room and board, but he doesn't get paid. And I'm like, these people have so much money.
Is that why he was like trying to like get the other kid to give him money?
I don't know, maybe. I mean,
I can't believe they wouldn't pay him.
I mean, no matter what, a college kid doesn't have much money, you know. But it's
room
it's kind
and
of like
board
insane.
is like that's great.
It's a good chunk, but that means you literally can't do. I mean, that's pretty good if you want to live in nanny. Just give them room and board, and then they can't go do anything. They have to stay home and watch your kids. It's brilliant. But the mom's like, bring her over here. That's cool. And he's like, okay, if she's cool with that, I'll do that. And then the daughter is going to have Alexander Morgan,
the most amazing 8th grade boy.
Yeah, I think the biggest part about this is Gwendolyn Pierce is like the girl that all the boys want in college, and Alexander is the boy that all the girls want in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So like the top of the mountain, like unicorn opposite sex is coming over for both these people.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Alexander, just trying to like get his homework done. Like that's all he wanted. He just didn't understand math.
And so the parents leave. Gwendolyn comes over. Alexander comes over. We have a little run-in with a Chinese delivery guy who speaks perfect English and is fine, but like acts like he can't for a minute.
Yeah, those are pretty good bit.
It was kind of a funny bit because, like, in a way,
it starts with him like awkwardly like walking into telling Gwendolyn that he speaks Chinese.
Yeah,
because he was trying to just like be impressive, and he like clearly doesn't.
Right.
And then when the food comes, then there's a bit where like there's a mix up where like he ordered too much food or something.
It seems like the daughter somehow like got on the order.
Oh yeah,
because she like grabbed the thing and she was like, "I'll pay you back" or some shit or something.
And so and then Gwendolyn was like, "Well, like you speak Chinese, like just work it out." And so he tries to like he just like speaks in like broken English, and then the delivery guy's just like, come on, man, like I'm just trying to like do some deliveries, like why are we doing this?
I mean, it wasn't any worse than like that 30 Rock bit where Jenna is like, I didn't know I speak like Mexican, like Rosa, I know that you stole my like napkins, and like she like says she's fluent in Spanish, but all she does is speaking loudly, loud and slow, and that's exactly what Charles did.
Yeah,
to this
I thought
guy.
it was funny.
And
That
then
was a good bit.
and that guy was like, "Come on, man."
What did you guys think about like 4 entrees? He was shocked by the price, $28.
That sounds awesome.
And in my head, I'm like, oh, that's even for 2 people. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then now I kind of understand we were supposed to be surprised by that $28 price.
I mean, yeah, it was 40 years ago, so. I mean,
How much do you think?
35
I'm gonna
years
look.
ago.
So like that would probably mean he's expecting to spend $14 on dinner.
Yeah, it's like at least $100 order now.
Stop! It's gonna make me sad. Thank you for buying me dinner, by the way.
Hey, no problem. Prices will not be going down. Just FYI. Just in case anyone thinks that's gonna happen. But so him and Gwendolyn, Charles and Gwendolyn, hang out downstairs and they talk. But basically, Charles is just a mess like the whole night, and he keeps like trying to figure out what's going on in Lila's room.
Because yeah, she took him up to her bedroom, and like
Nice.
the dad pulled him aside like before to say like she's my only daughter and I'm 35.
He's like, you know what that means? And he's like, you want me to break his legs?
Yeah, it was very aggressive.
And then he was like, Gwendolyn Pierce is coming over. You're a young man, and you got to be careful. Do you know what that means? And then like the wife was like, I'm late, and he was like, I think that explains everything. Said, don't get her pregnant.
Yeah.
He didn't say don't bang her. He did. He basically just said don't get her pregnant.
Which, I'm sorry, I don't think that he should be making out or banging in general because the kids are like hiding in the closet. Like they're watching him.
There was one kid in the entryway closet at all times.
Yeah, the entire time.
Yeah, different kids though. So they're all like sitting there spying on him too. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's why he didn't want to bring her there.
Yeah.
he was right.
Yeah. He didn't want to do this. And so then we get to, I guess we kind of make our way towards the lesson portion of the show where he kisses her, or she kisses him and he kisses her back, but it's passionate, and then she flips out because everyone, like, she's just a surprise to all the dudes in college, and now she's like, oh, I'm just surprised to you too, kind of thing.
I didn't really get that whole bit because it's like they're kissing, and then she's mad, and yeah, she said something about like you were putting something into it, but I was like, am I misremembering that she said something like I was like kissing as a friend or something, and I was like, what?
No, she said that, yeah, that's a weird sentence.
But like, so that implies that like her whole thing for like she thought she was just like hanging out,
Which is, well, I was
like that she didn't think this was a date or something.
I
or
think
like,
she thought it was a date, but I thought she like wanted. I mean, clearly, what was meant to be shown was obviously she was like, I want someone to like me for me,
Yeah,
and not just
yeah,
try
yeah.
to make out with me. But then, and like I was like, I don't think he was paying much attention to you really all night based on like what we saw, because he was like kind of
In
back
fact,
and forth
she
all the
said
time.
that.
And she even
Yeah.
said that, and then they kiss, and then she's mad about that, which
It
I
was
mean,
really weird.
Yes.
So, you know, I mean.
But at the end, he was able to show that he liked her for her.
And then I don't.
I mean,
get
did
what
he even really like? They've hung out for like 3 hours. Like, I mean, you know, maybe he's like, oh, I like you, probably, but then he was like, I like you, and I'm still gonna kiss you.
And then like I don't get what's going on with like the kids either. We're like, well, I get that like the one kid, Aaron or Alex or whatever,
Alexander.
like, legitimately needed homework help.
The one that came
definitely.
over to visit the daughter Lila to get tutored, basically.
But he was saying that he's so popular that none of the girls will talk to him. So he was kind of excited, like, oh, I'm going to have homework help. This is going to kind of the opposite. Like, I'm going to have a friend moment, and yet she's trying to date me. And then Charles is trying to have a date, and she's trying to have a friend moment.
Right. But then they all go on a date anyway.
They all go get ice cream
I
together.
think they're all just trying to have like the two popular people that don't live in this house are trying to have like an emotional connection with like a human, but they're
It's hard for them.
But it's hard for them, and they're not being very clear about it. I don't really think Alexander needed to be. He was like, I'm here to study, and he was just trying to study.
But then once she said she liked him, he was like, want to go on a date?
Yeah.
He was about it. Also, I don't know what math he was doing. None of it made sense. 2 equals x to the third or fourth or fifth power. I was like, is this geometry? Is this algebra? Also 8th grade? Like, what are you guys doing? But couldn't figure it out.
8th grade's like geometry.
It could be.
I guess.
I don't know about New Jersey. Their standards probably different.
It's probably low.
What? I think they're probably a great state for education. Go New Jersey.
We'll see.
The New Jerseyites or something.
But yeah, so they end up like, Charles makes up with or like they kind of like him and Gwendolyn end up on the same page ish, right? And then obviously Alexander and Lila get on the same page, and then they all decide to like, I think because wasn't it like Lila and Alexander were like, should we go get ice cream right now? And it's like 9 p.m. and they're in 8th grade.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like quarter after 9
and
or
it's
something.
like, can you just leave at 9 p.m. when you're in 8th grade? But then Charles is like, I'll take everybody. Let's all go. And then the parents came home, and they were like, oh no, you guys can go. And they're like, oh, the kids are gone. So then it was like the joke about the parents are gonna have sex.
Yeah.
I think this did I think most of the episode was funny. There was funny things going on. Some of it was like a little confusing, but that's just sitcom-y, and watching it in 2025 is supposed to 1984 probably as well. But then I think it showed it showed a good like maybe what a show is going to be like. It's just going to be chaos with these kids, and like Charles is going to be put in charge situations where he's just like frantic and like sometimes suave and sometimes like fast thinking and sometimes just like doesn't know what the hell to do.
Well, and
but figures it out in the end.
Yeah, and you've got all the kids that have their own like opinions and ideas of the situation. Like you have the nerdy one who's coming in and is like gonna try to interrupt by like playing his video game with his mask on, and then you've got like the chill boy that's like just like spying on everybody, and then I don't really know what Layla's like.
She's good at math and she wants to kiss Alexander Morgan.
Did you guys notice the outfits in this? Because I feel like all of the women's wear could be worn right now in 2025, and I was like, oh, I could wear that dress. That's kind of cute. But the men's wear, very dated.
Well, like Joe, you made a comment about what Charles was wearing for the date.
Yeah, he looked like an 80s stockbroker.
He was like trying to be the Wolf of Wall Street over here.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I got penny stocks. You want them?
Bye.
I get 50% margin. Let's go. You want a Quaalude?
Always be closing. I don't know.
There you go.
Just trying to get in on that.
Yeah.
I'm very confused by just this whole show. It was more funny than I thought, or more funny than I was expecting. I laughed a good amount of the jokes, but just like the plot things, I'm just like very confused of. Well, like even just like in total, like how does this show get pitched? Like what is the pitch for this show? There's a man child in charge of some kids for some reason, and like what you're drawn to is
charisma.
Yeah, I mean that's my only thing that I could pull from this is like they just wanted to make a Scott Baio show.
Well, like he was on, you said
Happy Days.
Yeah.
Did he interact with children at all? Because like I'm imagining like, oh, watch Scott interact with these weird kids and it'll be funny, family.
Well, like he just like was one of the kids on Happy Days, right, or something. I don't know.
He dated the sister, I think.
But it's like,
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like, I could picture a show where it's like, okay, we're making a show with this guy as the star, and it's gonna be him out in college and like seeing the world or something, or that it's him as the eldest kid in a family or something. But it was just like a weird thing where like he's an adult but a kid and in charge of other kids. Like it reminded me of like that. There's like that John Mulaney bit where like when you think back to like when you're a kid and you're being like babysat by like an older kid, and it's like it's like
why was this okay?
Yeah, like why is this okay? It's just like they put a horse in charge of a dog because like the horse is just a bigger animal.
They know how to call 911.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, technically as a college student, like, you could totally be watching children and that's appropriate.
Yeah, I just don't know why that's
think
a
you're
TV
right.
show.
It would be almost more interesting if Scott Baio and his friend, what's it,
Buddy?
Goon Machine Buddy, if they were just like having hijinks on the college campus.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if it's because in the 80s, all of the family sitcoms were going on. And it was just like
It could be.
trying to compete with.
So yeah, we'll inject him somehow into this family sitcom.
Yeah. And we want to have a show about him. But it only lasts, like, think about it. The first season got canceled. So a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah. And then like just the specific plot of this episode, like I'm very confused about the headspace of both of the like popular characters. Like when in the first 5 minutes when the setup is he's got this date, but he has to stay home and watch the kids, like immediately I was just like, oh, this is a familiar, like, how is he going to try to handle both scenario, right? Where he's got a girl over that he really likes and the kids are ruining the date for him and he's also trying to keep charge of the household and he can't do both. But in the end, like, the woman is like impressed that he's so like caring with the children. So it works out both ways where he, you know, oh, I have to end the date because we have to like clean up the house. And he's sad about that, but then she actually is endeared by that and wants to go out with him again. Like, you could totally picture that as like an episode of TV, but like that's totally not the way that this goes. And I'm just like very confused by how they got into this weird convoluted, the popular kids like don't like being shown affection.
Did either of you guys babysit kids?
God, no.
No.
Did you ever, like, when your partner or person you were dating in high school was babysitting, you went over to the house with them?
No.
No.
I
also didn't do much dating, so that limits my experience.
I mean, I've definitely had situations where it's like, oh, you can have your boyfriend come over too. And I'm like, I think I'm going to pass. Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
And there's definitely other people that do that and then they let the boyfriend eat the food too.
Yeah.
But
that's not odd to me to have like a babysitter have someone over. I mean, that's a common TV trope too.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me that the plot of this was both dates are actually happening and they're both fine, but like it's something weird with the attractive person feeling weird about this situation and not how can Charles do both?
Yeah, it should. You would
yeah,
think.
Like the main end objective was like solving the like popular person's issues kind of thing.
The main thing about, I mean, that's a weird plot point that I don't really understand, and maybe it's more of an 80s thing, but the reason that matters is because now this plot for this pilot episode does nothing for our main characters. It's just kind of a silly hijinks situation, but you could totally see how like typically you would build that episode so at the end you're like, oh, you know, Charles is kind of a rascal and he's, you know, out chasing women, but like he's a good guy at heart.
Right. I could see, I didn't look it up, but I could see Gwendolyn being a reoccurring character and potentially even being his like girlfriend now. And then it did at least work a little. He didn't do much with the boys. Like the boys were just all comedy essentially. But with Lila, he was like helping her, well, like, you know, learning a lesson with her and like kind of coming to the conclusion. So it's kind of like, okay, well, you are going to teach these kids lessons and like hopefully grow with them, I guess. So there is that, but
what's the lesson though? Just like be chill, or like
I think the lesson is just like
sometimes people just want to do homework.
I think it was some, I mean, I don't know exactly what the lesson was, but it seemed something of like, you know, just because these people are on pedestals doesn't mean they're not people, or kind of thing,
guess,
you know?
yeah.
Maybe
like,
it
treat
was-
people like people.
Maybe it was you need to be clear and honest with people, and once you're direct, then they know what's going on. You're gonna get what you want, which is the ice cream.
yeah.
I don't know. None of us know, so I would say that's a swing and a miss.
It wasn't a clear lesson, but there was some form of lesson. I'm wondering if they're going to do stuff like that. Like, because there's kids in this, are they going to try to teach lessons?
Yeah, you would think.
Is there going to be a moral of the story? Interesting.
Yeah, it's fine. How many points did you give it? Because you rate all these.
I gave it a 7.5.
Whoa. That's high.
I thought it was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be. And the theme song kicks ass, so that gets like it gets like an automatic like 2 points there for that. 2-point bump for that.
Good to know. If I ever make a TV show, it has to have a killer soundtrack or
Well, it should.
theme song. I feel like there's
You
a
make
theme song.
you can make a TV show with shitty soundtrack.
Well, I try not to, but like theme songs aren't the thing anymore.
Well, I know. I mean, I'm not. It doesn't have to have a great theme song, but like good music is always important. So, and if it's there, it should be good. That's what I'm saying. If it's there, it should be good. We got anything else to say about this, or should we see what we predicted?
I got nothing else.
Cool.
So let's go to predictions.
All right, what do you got, Claire?
Okay, I'm gonna do some of these live because I'm changing my mind. I think there's gonna be a dog. This family needs a dog. They don't have a dog. They need a dog. There's
Okay.
gonna be a dog. Charles is out of college. So in this episode, we're talking about how Charles. So he's gonna be still hanging out with this fam after he's graduated college.
So he's just like got a bachelor's of arts, and like
Yeah,
it's just like I just work here. So
this room and board situation's so dope.
I don't need actual money now that I'm done with college.
Okay. Oof. I think Buddy the Goon Machine will give advice. It's pretty low hanging points right there. But also, you never know.
I will accept it as long as Buddy like walks over and does like the hand. He seems like the hand on the shoulder kind of guy. Like, look, Charles.
I did not write that down.
Yeah.
I'm just going for advice.
Yeah.
But like,
No, I know, but
do I get a bonus point if there's a hand on the shoulder?
No.
Okay,
I mean
whatever.
that's clear that it's advice. Then
And then I've got 3 that I also could do. So I need to like.
you should pick one of them.
I'm going to go for one that was inspired by this discussion we just had, which is suspenders. I think there's going to be a character wearing suspenders because he rocked out those suspenders and he's bringing them back in 1990.
All right, so you're gonna be a Wolf of Wall Street type character in the next one,
Yes.
or just some guy wearing only suspenders.
something like that.
Okay. My predictions are Charles is in charge of another kid.
Ooh, there's a baby.
I know the dad said he doesn't think he's gonna have another daughter,
But maybe that's what was going on that night.
but I don't think his vasectomy worked. Number 2, Charles is going to go to graduate school, or he's like planning on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 3, Douglas wears a mask. That weird kid is also wearing a mask again.
This mask, though, like, what character was he trying to be? Because it looked like something.
It looked kind of like an alien from Star Wars,
That's yeah. It kind of felt kind of Star Warsy, but it didn't look like,
but he wasn't
like
saying
it wasn't Yoda.
Yeah.
Like
Had, like, the wrinkly forehead of Yoda.
But
it was great.
But
it was, kind
like
I kind of want
skin-colored.
this. I kind of want this mask. If anybody knows where I can get one, it's gonna be my Halloween costume.
And then my last one is the dad asks if Charles knows what he means. Because the dad did that like twice to Charles when he explained stuff to Charles. He's
Oh,
like,
like-
do you know what I mean?
Oh.
2 Charles and 2 bookmarks is basically what I did for my predictions.
I thought you meant like asking Charles if Charles knows what he means.
Yeah, like, do you know what you mean?
Do you even know what you're saying right now? I didn't know what you were saying. But I have 4 predictions. Charles, Charles in suspenders.
No, you have that?
I have that, yeah.
Okay, I could go change mine.
You don't,
it's
you don't
okay.
need to
We
change it.
can't both do suspenders.
Why not?
Why not? Because I have Charles in suspenders.
Yeah, he specifically has Charles. Anybody else in suspenders, you get the point. And if Charles is in suspenders, you also get the
But
point.
I've also got okay, whatever. I could change it. Joe and I both want suspenders.
Yeah.
On that note, there's a new younger kid.
Oh.
No, Joe, now you have to change that. But here's the deal. Charles might not be in charge of that
Might
kid.
not be in charge.
Might not
Yeah,
be in
I just
charge.
think it's a type of
like-
thing. Well, actually, I should go. Well, I didn't say that one, but I was gonna have a prediction that was like Charles is no longer in charge of the kids.
Yeah.
Part of that prediction, my actual prediction here is that Charles no longer lives with the family.
Oh, he's moved out.
Yeah, and so that's why I didn't say in charge of I think they just add a kid. It might even just be like a neighbor kid or something. But I think because the kids get older, they'll just like add a new younger kid.
So it's gonna be like a kid in the family, though. But you're saying there's just gonna be another child. Like,
I think there's another younger child.
If a kid is dating someone else, does that count?
If it's clearly younger.
So it has to be
Probably
younger
not.
than Douglas.
I mean, they're not going to be like, yeah, it's not going to be like
They're
this
not gonna-
12-year-old
they're
is
not gonna
dating
go
a
Scott-
10-year-old or something.
They're not
like,
Scott Baio.
yeah,
or anything.
exactly. My point for that prediction is just that because it's a kid or it's a family show. They often do this where like
Yeah,
it goes on a few years. They're gonna add a new younger kid because they got to add some new cuteness.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
what I'm going for.
I hear you.
But like Charles no longer lives with the family, and then my last one is that Goon Machine lives far away. Like
Oh no, he seems fun.
yeah, I think he's probably like back for this episode, but like he's coming in from out of town.
But he's back from Portland.
Yeah,
Oh, but he'll be in it.
yeah,
All right.
but he lives far away. Is my prediction.
Portland. It's a great place.
Maybe Portland.
That's really far away from New Jersey.
Well, unless it's Portland, Maine. That's not that far
Shit.
away.
That's a good point. Did you pick Portland just because there's like multiple Portlands?
No.
Well, it
I'm
worked
just,
well.
I'm just fast on my feet.
It worked well.
Okay, so we're gonna watch the finale, which is called Charles Bay DeMille. I don't know. It might be a French word or it might be a made up word.
Okay.
Bay or B. Maybe it's Charles B. DeMille. Well, maybe they'll say it and then we'll know what it is.
Sounds like a person that wears suspenders.
Maybe.
That's all I'm saying.
Maybe. So we're gonna watch this final episode of Charles in Charge, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the finale of Charles in Charge, Charles B. DeMille. I got a tiny bitty write-up from Amazon. Charles sacrifices a lot to direct a talent show to help Sarah's class. The series finale was directed by Scott Baio. Scott Vincent
Yeah.
Baio.
The directing wasn't very good.
I mean, I didn't really notice it was any worse than the first episode.
It's just when you're like seeing like, oh, emotional moment, it's like zooming in on Scott Baio's face and not like the people trying to like have feelings. It was very like There's also a lot of like, let's sit and pan. But he was like 12 at the time. So good job, Scott. Proud
Scott
of you.
Baio directed a lot of the episodes.
In the second part?
Yeah, starting in like season, I guess there is an episode in season 2 that he directed, but especially starting in season 3, he's directing like almost half the episodes.
Wow.
Okay, elephant in the room for this. Syndication changes. The show returned in 87. Only Scott Baio and Willie Ames returned.
Yeah, like totally different family, different genders, different ages.
The second season's first episode featured Charles returning to New Brunswick from his summer vacation, only to discover an unfamiliar family living in the Pembrokes home.
That's like how it starts.
He learns that the Pembrokes left New Jersey while he was away and have moved across the country to Seattle. The new family, the Powells, agreed to sublet the house from the Pembrokes, which included retaining Charles's services as a live-in babysitter.
That's messed up.
So they literally, Charles for these 4 seasons was, I think, at best an indentured servant.
That is super weird. But his mom lived there? Do we know how she
Charles's
moved
previously unseen widowed mother, Lillian, became a central character in the revival series.
in? We don't know how she moved in.
No. Which marked the second, which is funny, which marked the second time that she played mother to a character betrayed by Baio. She had done the same thing on Joni Loves Chachi several years earlier.
She looks like him.
She does.
So it makes sense that they picked her. Wow. I will say I missed the nerdy boys in this episode. I did think that they were over-sexualizing the very adorable female teenagers, but
I mean, does it help that they were probably like 25, even though they were playing teenagers?
no.
Okay. I mean,
But that's how they did in the 80s, I guess.
I didn't really think they were over-sexualizing them. I thought that's just what people wore in the 80s.
I think that that's like the whole joke is like Buddy and Charles like sexualize people.
Were they sexualizing those?
Not
like,
specifically the children.
okay. But they were sexualizing like the people that were like applying for the job, but we don't know how old they were.
Yeah, we don't know.
They could have been adults.
Also, this whole entire premise is weird. Joe, what did you think, though? I think that I've been very clear that I think it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, at least this was more, it was a pretty typical sitcom setup this time, right? Like it's similar to the first episode where it's like, oh no, Charles is committed to 2 things. How is he ever going to do both? And then by doing the one thing and, supporting the family or whatever, he actually gets the other thing done too as well. Like, it's pretty typical like sitcom setup. So at least that like made sense to me.
Yeah.
It is weird. I mean, not weird, but like, yeah, still weird to me. I guess maybe it's just me and I just don't get the Scott Baio charisma gravity, but it's like this show is so like Scott Baio show. He's the title character, and again he's like directing the episodes now. And then the episode ends with like a like fourth wall breaking thing where they're all like thanking Scott for what he does for the show.
He told them to do that.
Yeah, right. He directed that scene. So yeah, very weird. Not weird to me that a person would have the ego to do that. Just weird to me that a show based on one person's charisma and vanity would go on for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, Scott Baio's been in Happy Days, Jody Loves Chachi, and now another one of his own shows, Charles in Charge.
Mm-hmm. He's
like been like the cream of the crop. Like everyone fucking loves Scott Baio for the past like almost 20 years. Like,
well, I mean,
except for some of
He
the
got
people that he
canceled in
like he was
1986.
like a minor
when?
character
In 86?
He was a minor character in Happy Days,
Yeah.
and then Joni Loves Chachi went for 17 episodes. Like,
Okay.
wasn't exactly hitting home runs. But
I feel like I just like have the feeling that people really liked Scott Baio.
I
back
mean,
then, though. I mean, clearly something.
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm not saying you're wrong that people love Scott Baio.
Yeah.
I was just making a nitpick about the
Yeah.
shows being successful. But
Yeah, I
yes,
suppose.
like they built the show around him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't write it though, did he?
I don't think
No.
so, but like, I mean, if
I
he's
wouldn't be
already
surprised.
starring and directing, I'm sure he's making edits to the script, right?
Yeah, he's definitely at least commenting on things.
Yeah.
What if my character dreamed it all?
Yeah, right? Those types of things.
That's why he doesn't have a last name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought it was kind of funny.
Did
you ever wonder why you don't have a last name?
I think the fact that there's like a completely different family is weird. However, I like understand that TV shows have to do that sometimes. I would guess though that I preferred the writing of the first part, like the first season on CBS,
Mm-hmm.
to anything in the syndicated part.
I mean, I really want to watch the first episode of the second season now. I really want
Where
to
he's
watch.
like,
Yeah.
"Where's my family?"
Yeah, like right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to know like when he like what they do for that? Just people are like, yeah, we bought you.
Yeah.
Was
Your
it-
mom can move in.
Yeah, eventually your mom can move in. I don't know when she showed up. I don't think maybe she was carrying his bags with him. Like,
Yeah.
she was like, I was going to live here too.
That's another thing that again points to the Scott Baio centricness of it. Of like, the show got canceled after the first season, was brought back in syndication to produce more episodes, and they just like, it wasn't like, oh, we like Scott Baio and this family. It was like, we just like Scott Baio and his buddy. We're gonna wipe everything else.
His buddy.
Yeah, his buddy.
Here's the deal. I think I liked Buddy more than than Scott Baio for sure in this last episode.
Mm-hmm.
He was just
The dumb guy character,
the dumb
yeah.
guy character. But man, he did it great. He played a great dumb guy.
I thought it was a little like heavy-handed dumb guy. I mean, like literally he was a dummy,
Mm-hmm.
but also like I get it. It's
I
a
mean, I don't think he
sitcom.
was any dumber than like Overton from like Living Single,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and I also loved Overton. So
So you just love a dummy.
I think I just love a dummy.
That's
Mm-hmm.
good. That's good.
No,
Just genuine dummy.
just dummies. You
It's
can
weird. Maybe I just had to be there to get the Scott Baio-ness of it. Like,
Yeah.
is he handsome? Like, he's kind of got like weird eyes to me. Exactly like it's like deadness in his eyes.
I didn't see any dead eyes, but I also just think it's hard for me to see someone from the 80s and not assume they're like 90 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So he just looks old.
I mean, he's definitely old now. They also they look old. It was 1990,
yeah.
and he was born in like 65,
60.
60.
So he would have been 30.
he
or
was
so.
old. I mean, he was only 30,
Yeah.
but he looked like he was 40.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just what old people look like. But it was fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought both these episodes were fine. I wasn't mad about them.
Better than I
But, like,
expected, I think.
I'm not like trying to. Well, I'm trying to watch season 2, episode 1,
Yeah.
because I want to like see what's going on. But I ain't trying to watch 122 other episodes of this.
Mm-mm. I seem to have some sort of recollection of the girls in this finale episode. There's like 2 sisters and a brother, so it was like Sarah, Jamie, and Adam. And Sarah and Jamie look really familiar to me, so I'm not sure if I have like subliminally seen this show at some point, or they're in other things. That surprised me.
Yeah, I'll be honest. After seeing that there was a full kid change, I don't think I remembered any of the kids. Now that like I was like, I don't know which version of the show I've seen.
Yeah, you don't remember?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember the theme song Scott Baio's around.
Well, I mean, that's all you need to know, apparently.
Charisma of Scott Baio.
Yeah. What were you looking at? Anything else besides Scott Baio anyway?
But okay, if your first one you rated as a 7.5, there's no way the finale was a 7.5.
No. Why are you trying to give away all my scores?
Oh, I'm sorry. We shouldn't give them away.
These are
super secret scores.
I gave this one a 5.5.
Still pretty high.
I mean, 5 is full failing based on any form of
5 is full failing?
Yeah, 50%, that would be a fail.
Okay.
You were a teacher.
I mean,
that's a full fail.
I understand it, but I just don't understand how you're scoring. Like, do you have a rubric?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just basically school. Like 70% would be like a C, you know?
No, but I mean, like, oh, I like this part. That gets a point.
No.
Oh, it doesn't have this.
No, the show's over, and I go, what number out of 10 do I want to put
Got it. So this is not rubric rating.
No. The first episode got 7.5. This one wasn't as good. So we got a 5.5. It didn't get that. Maybe it just didn't get the 2-point boost for the theme song because I already knew it was going to be there.
And they played it multiple times in the show.
Man, it should. Maybe I'm raising to a 6.5 because I did like the fact that in the world of Charles, there's a song called "Charles in Charge" that they can listen to.
I think you added that into the 5.5. The whole episode wasn't that great, and I think you like pumped it up already.
Don't tell me what I did.
That's true. You can give it as many points as you want,
I'm
but
gonna give it a 10 out of 10 now, and it's gonna be my first and last of the year. God, it will not be. And then so the show ended. I mean, I'm happy that they got a little, because I was wondering, I was like, is this gonna be like a rando episode? And it's just they're gonna leave, and it's gonna be like every other like sitcom that doesn't get like a proper send off. But they gave him a little like goodbye, and he got to say goodbye. So I always like to see that.
yeah, it like gave me that goodbye they gave to the what show was that? There's like the neighbor, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Home Improvement.
Yeah, at the very end of that, don't they all stand there and then they like get clapped for by the audience and everybody bows?
I think so, maybe.
There's something about that. I didn't see the first and last, but
Coach did a thing like that too, actually.
Coach did. Mary Tyler Moore did. There's been a few shows that we've done that have done a like,
Weeds didn't do it, but they had like that whole sitting on the thing, and they had like their moment of like saying goodbye.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Even though they don't have a live studio audience for that.
Yeah.
they had the whole studio audience though singing along to Charles in Charge though.
If you were there watching it live, you'd sing the shit out of Charles in Charge.
So loud, but it was mainly children, and I just was surprised that this show had a lot of children fans. It feels like it would be more of like a teen or adult show.
Yeah, I don't know.
The 80s were wild, man.
80s were wild. And then just before we get to how we did, so he woke up on a couch, and that was supposed to be regular Scott Baio, and he just dreams about the TV show Charles in Charge. Is that?
I think so. I think that was what the gist of that ending joke was.
Yeah.
It didn't make enough sense to me to try to rationalize it. Like,
Right.
yeah, like why would he be on a set if he's dreamed the whole scenario?
Yeah, he's like
Doesn't make sense.
he's in the living room of the set.
Yeah.
He should just be like,
At home.
yeah. Like
It wasn't like the thing they said, like, you can always have this or something.
Yeah.
Didn't really
Is
understand.
that supposed to be like for us to know that we can like rewatch it somehow?
I do
Something?
like that they like said they kind of pointed out like, oh, this clock never changes the time, and they had zoomed in on that clock at some point in the show, and I hadn't really paid attention.
He
to it.
bitched about how the clock didn't work in the beginning of this episode.
Oh,
He said the clock won't tell me what time it is. He said that at the beginning of this episode that we watched.
they really were like laying down those breadcrumbs, and
Yeah.
I missed them.
Okay, so how do we do?
Well, there's no dog, so that didn't get me anything. Charles is out of college. Would you guys agree?
Yeah. Well, wait. He just applied to Princeton, right?
Yeah. For postgraduate work, you'd have to have a degree to go in your postgrad.
Mm-hmm. But would you, when you're applying?
I think he's out of college, so I'm giving myself a point.
I mean,
for
I
that.
think he's done with his undergrad. For
There we
sure.
go.
Okay.
I get a point for that. Buddy, the goon machine, gives advice. He was in a lot. He tries to like take over, but I didn't hear any specific advice. Did you guys? Would you give me a
No.
point?
No, I
I
don't think
didn't
I
hear
would.
anything.
They're just trying to not. Give
He
me
corrected him and said he said 3 things instead of 1 thing, but I wouldn't call that advice.
That wasn't advice. And then no suspenders.
None.
Joe, you can get into that later.
Wild.
But 1 point for Claire.
What? Did you just say 3 things?
I got 1 point.
I know, but you said 3 things.
There's no dog.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
1,
Um,
2, 3, 4.
I just wasn't listening, apparently. Number 1, I said Charles is in charge of another kid. I mean, in a way, he's in charge of 3
Yeah,
other
he's
kids.
in charge of.
I don't think that counts, though. There's not like there's a 4th child. These are just a different family. I'd fight that that's not a point. Joe, be the tiebreaker.
Half.
I'll take
Oh
it.
my gosh. You guys are nice to each other. You just don't want me to win.
Number 2, I think Charles is going to graduate school.
Ding dong.
Clearly is.
Okay.
Going to.
Well, he's not there yet.
Wait, yeah, he's going
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I said Douglas wears a mask. Douglas was dead or gone.
Poor Doug.
Douglas lives in Seattle now, apparently. And then I said the dad asks Charles if he knows what he means, and the dad also lives in Seattle now. But I will take 1.5 points.
I had specifically Charles in suspenders, so with nobody in suspenders, that's out. And then I had there's a new younger kid.
Yeah.
There's new kids. Would you say one of them is younger than the youngest kid?
I don't think so.
I think Adam would have been the youngest of these new kids.
Right, and he seemed like
He seemed like he was at least the same age, if not older than Douglas from the first episode.
yeah.
And
And-
Douglas was the middle child, right?
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
definitely not younger than Jason.
Yeah. So there's some like
I think you get 0.5 because if we're giving him the 0.5 for new kids, you get
Mhm.
0.5 for new kids.
okay.
Yeah, sure.
Because yeah, there's some spirit of that of like what I was trying to say was that they replace or they add new kids so that they can keep the freshness of the cuteness going or whatever. They
Did you say
typically did that, but
spirit?
yeah, the spirit of that point lives in that half. And then Goon Machine lives far away, but he's still around, so that's nothing. And that Charles no longer lives with the family.
I mean, yeah.
I thought you said Charles doesn't live in the house.
I said Charles no longer lives with the family.
I took that to mean
Well,
he no longer lived in the house.
In my head, yes, I thought he would have been living somewhere else.
He still lives with a family.
He still lives with a family.
most
Like,
people,
I wish
if
I
they
would've
stop
said-
living with one family, still generally end
Yeah,
up living
I
with
wish I
another
would have
family.
said Charles no longer lives with the Pembrokes. Then that would be super
Very
clear.
clear. I think you get half a point.
Yeah, another half for that.
I think you get a full point for that. He no longer lives with the family.
Yeah. And the family would have been the only family I've seen. To
They
that point.
sold him into servitude when they left for
Okay,
Seattle.
since he was a slave, I think you get the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then 1.5 then.
All right. Sweet. Hey, good showing for everybody, though.
Mm-hmm.
Points around for everybody. That doesn't happen very often. It's pretty rare. It's pretty rare. All right, so that's going to do it for us and Charles in Charge. Listeners, if you want to send us show suggestions, you can FANDL podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, on the Instagram. Tell us what you want us to see. Tell us what we messed up with Charles in Charge, because, man, the show was confusing at times.
Yeah, and maybe you know more about it.
When did his mom show up?
Why?
And why did his mom show up?
And why was the mom kind of dating the grandpa? It was very weird. I don't know.
Because just old people need love too, Claire.
I support that. Support that.
So cool. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. I'll see everybody in 3 weeks, because I'm going to be gone for 2. And Jimmy will be back. There's no more whales that need to be saving for at least a little bit, I guess. So
From what I hear.
From what we hear. We'll see what happens. But all right, cool. Well, see you later. Somebody will see you next week. Goodbye.